if you want to put people in fear so they generate the energy that you can absorb as your sustenance, what better way than a war? That's why humanity has had so many of them. If this conflict goes on and expands, what does anyone think that is going to do to civil liberties? It's just another excuse, a different one, but another excuse to go down the road of Icke, which is total human control and complete deletion of freedom. And he says, and so it continues in its Orwellian fashion. And how appropriate that is, because in Orwell's 1984, as part of the control of the people, there was a perpetual war instigated between Oceania, symbolic of the West, Eurasia, it's where Russia is, and Eastasia, where China is. And I've been saying since way back that one of the things on the wish list script of this global cult, this Icke network, is a war between the West and an alliance of Russia and China. The good news is that Icke, by its very state of being, by its very schismatic, inverted state of being, is the two-stone weakling when compared with the power of love and expanded states of consciousness. That's why it's terrified. It doesn't want us to go there. It knows the outcome if we do. And, you know, we can look at this from a world of the scene level. How do we respond? How do we react to what's happening? And that's fine, but what's dictating how we react and how we respond? Our state of consciousness is dictating that. So it all comes down to consciousness in the end, all of it. And if we get pulled in to the Icke frequency by getting pulled into hating and reacting with violence, then we just become what we're opposing. As I've been saying for decades, what you fight, you become. It's not that you don't stand up to it, it's that you don't respond in the way that Icke wants you to respond, so that Icke is fighting Icke. Doubles all round. Everyone who opens their heart, opens their mind, opens their consciousness to expanded levels of awareness starts to generate that frequency. And that is what's going to dilute the power of Icke. Not fighting it in the sense of violence. The truckers in Ottawa showed the way in that regard. Icke cannot exist, cannot survive in a high frequency, energetic environment of love and compassion and decency. And This game that we're witnessing, this lunacy, this craziness generated by Wetiko consciousness can only be won by another state of consciousness. That's the challenge we have, to stay in these high frequency states of perception and consciousness when Wetiko is throwing everything at us to draw us in to its frequency. We must not go there. And if we don't, we shall ultimately prevail.